All right, so this says that we're finally live here. All right, what is up, motherfuckers? What's up, motherflowers? This will be my WWE Smackdown Live review recap for October the 3rd, 2017. I keep almost saying September. I don't fucking know why. But yeah, guys, this was the go home show for Hell in a Cell, as you all know, is coming up this Sunday on the WWE Network. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share this throughout your entire social media, whether you're watching the live stream or if you're watching on the playback, what have you. And again, guys, hit that sub button down below. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, where I tweet throughout Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, and all those fun shows as well. Before I get into the SmackDown Live review, I want to give a big thank you to the big homie himself, Salrex Gaming, for the awesome SmackDown Live layout that you see here on the stream. If you are a YouTuber or a podcaster out there and you want awesome layouts done for your YouTube channel, your podcast, what have you, go hit up Salrex Gaming over on Twitter at Salrex Gaming. I have a link to his Twitter account, to his Twitter handle down below in the description box. And he'll work with you. He's done layouts for not just for myself, but for OKFabe, Joe Cronin from the Joe Cronin Show, Solid Monster Sounds Off, and That As Podcast, just to name a few. All right. So, like I said, this was literally the go home show to Hell in a Cell, and I gotta be very honest. I really wasn't feeling SmackDown. I just thought it was meh, and that's a problem. I feel like with these go home shows, we're supposed to be excited. We're supposed to be thrilled, looking forward to the pay-per-view, especially with it being Hell in a Cell, which, by the way, I am annoyed. I'm sick and tired of these gimmick match pay-per-view themes. I'm just saying, but it is what it is, okay? That's just besides the point. But again, guys, give me your thoughts down below. Your thoughts, if you enjoy SmackDown Live or not. I know there's a few out there that actually did, which is fine. It is what it is. But if you did, let me know down below in the comment threads, or if not, on Twitter. So, the show kicked off with an interview that was supposed to be conducted with Renee Young, and apparently it was supposed to be with Shinsuke Nakamura, and literally she wanted Shinsuke's thoughts on all the stuff, all the crap that Jinder Mahal and the Singh Bros were saying about Shinsuke Nakamura, making fun of him throughout these past couple of weeks. And for some odd reason, Shinsuke Nakamura started using his own, poetry for retort, like these quotes and shit, like sticks and stones may break his bones, and all this. You kind of get the idea, right? All these like weird, quotes that they would probably give Roman Reigns. Just put it like that, all right? And he gave it to Shinsuke Nakamura, and the whole notion is, hey, it was all said and done, Shinsuke will win at Hell in a Cell. He's gonna be WWE champion. He will beat Jinder Mahal. And then out come the Singh brothers, right? Out come the Singh bro. They introduce Jinder Mahal, and Jinder comes from behind. So there's like an ambush almost, right? And Shinsuke, it seemed like he's gonna once again prevail, because you think about throughout all these altercations between Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal, Shinsuke's always prevailed, right? And you think, okay, Shinsuke will once again prevail, and it seemed like it was, and Shinsuke was going to go for the Kinshasa, or the Bomaye kick, but however the fuck you still want to call it. And the Singh Bros grabbed the lead, which caused Jinder to get the momentum and just lay out Shinsuke Nakamura. And you got to keep this in mind too, yes, it made a lot of sense. We can think about it, again, throughout all these altercations that they've had, Shinsuke had the upper hand. Even though it was 3-1, because you want to count the Singh Bros, fine. But I'll say this overall, I'm really, really disappointed in the lack of build for the WWE title. It's one of those things where, again, your WWE title is supposed to be the most important thing. But instead, it's taken the back seat, like I said, months ago to the U.S. title. Hell, even the tag titles. Hell, I'd even say the SmackDown women's, title as well. Like, what's crazy? When the women's title has more of a build, more interest than the fucking WWE title match. And that's supposed to be the main event. So it seems that I'm happy that it's not a Hell in a Cell match. But fuck me right now. This is insane. It's kind of sad. People are saying that, they got this Sunday is the night that Jinder Mahal should lose the championship. It needs to happen. But really, to be honest with you guys, I don't see it happening. I don't see them actually dropping. I don't see them actually going all out with it and having Shinsuke, just checking the feedback and the audio, and it's working. People are listening to me. Great. Awesome. But other than that, like I said before, I don't see them actually going all out with that. I still feel in some way, shape, or form, Shinsuke Nakamura will lose and Jinder Mahal will still remain WWE champion. As crappy as that may sound, there's been talks of them having Jinder Mahal hold on to the title till WrestleMania. Now, how the fuck are they going to do that? It's beyond me. Do I want to see that? No. I think all of us don't. But it's WWE for you, you know? And their plan is still to push India. I don't know. And I'm reading a comment here by Dynasty215. What's up, Dynasty215? It's WWE 2017. If you're not 100% invested in the matchup, you could care less. And I agree with that. I could definitely care less about Jinder Mahal and Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, they literally made Shinsuke look like a regular Joe Schmo here as well. You know, no one that Jinder has faced, no one has really been elevated or made it seem like a big fucking deal. That's the problem as well. You know, but that was that whole thing. And again, it's kind of sad too when your WWE champion's opening the whole segment of the show, and then that's all you see from him throughout the entire show. And then after we get a tag team match, we get Natalya and Carmella versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Because why? Because fucking why not? Because we gotta have the women out there. Because think about it too. Last night on Raw, right? You had Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Alicia Fox and Emma for no fucking reason. And when you think about this as well, this, in my opinion, was just there for no fucking reason. I understand that, hey, Charlotte and Natalya have a match coming up on Sunday. And I understand that Carmella has the briefcase and they're doing this whole tea that, hey, she might cash in, what have you. And else would become the fucking man dog, if you will, for Carmella. Or the man bitch, if you will. I understand all that. But I just feel like this match was just there just to put up women's match for no fucking reason whatsoever. That being said, the match went down as this. Natalya put the sharpshooter on Charlotte for the win. There you go with that. Honestly, do I look forward to their match on Sunday? Not really. Like I said before, it's a continuing saga. It's a continuing to their saga of Natalya versus Charlotte, the Hearts versus the Flairs. But that's just that, of course. I mean, it was what it was. After this, we have Bobby Roode versus Mike Kanellis. This was a short match. When I mean short match, like you can blink or move your head and you miss the match. And I'm reading a comment here by Dynasty25 because there's only one feud per show with actual build. Otherwise, it's a bunch of matches with zero reason behind it. And that's also very, very true as well. And again, Bobby Roode, Mike Kanellis, again, a match was so short. Like you could literally turn your head and miss the match. Literally, where Bobby Roode does his glorious taunt, which I feel like is, you know, kind of I get it now. People are going crazy for glorious, all the fuck you want. But I feel like now it's just, it's just there now, you know? I feel like, honestly, they really, really dropped the ball on how they're booking Bobby Roode on the main roster. I really feel that way. I feel like they just rushed him to SmackDown Live just for the fuck of it. And again, the match was just short. Literally, Bobby Roode hits a glorious DDT out of fucking nowhere on Mike Kanellis for the 1-2-3. And I said it before. I said it on the podcast literally this past week, and I'll say it here again. A part of me really feels that there's anyone right now that would benefit from going to NXT right now, is Mike Kanellis. Mike Kanellis, and I guess, you know what, you can even say Ty Dillinger as well, but I feel like also Mike Kanellis, yeah, granted, he just skipped NXT all the fuck you want for the main roster because, again, he's married to fucking Maria. But I feel like now when Maria's knocked up, and this whole notion that, hey, Mike Kanellis is a recovering prescription drug addict, why not put him in NXT right now? I feel like he will actually have more benefit there than just jobbing out every single week on the main roster on SmackDown Live. And then after Dolph Ziggler comes out and is doing this whole thing, taunting Bobby Roode, coming out with instruments, a drum. Apparently he thought this was fucking drumline. He was fucking Nick Cannon. Honestly, I think he would do a better job than Nick Cannon at drumline, but that's just my honest opinion, of course. And then Bobby Roode's like, hey, your entrance is terrible. I'm going to show you a real entrance. They play the whole glorious thing. Again, I feel like the whole glorious thing now has just become a kill, if you will. Like, Bobby Roode's an amazing wrestler, but my whole notion as well, like, yo, you're making him just to come off just for that whole glorious thing. And it's a shame because there's more to Bobby Roode than just the whole glorious. I'm reading a comment by Tiffany. Hey, how you doing, Tiffany? How are you today? But that was just that, of course. And I'll say this right now. To me, Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler, and this is my honest opinion, take it for what it's worth. I know people are not gonna be fans of this shit. This should be on the pre-show. For no reason, I feel like there's just a filler match to have on the pay-per-view. Again, it's gonna be dead on the card. No one's gonna give a fuck. Only for when Bobby does glorious. But this, really, to be honest, should be on the pre-show, in my honest opinion. Or put him on Raw, turn him face, and have classes like DB and Kane did when they did with Kurt. I'll tell you what. I'll do a video. I'll do a video on how I would have booked Bobby Roode on the main roster. I feel like I really wanted to do that. As you all know, I did episode 1 of Steve Books It a couple weeks ago, booking Asuka's, main roster debut. How I would have done it. Now I want to do also for Bobby Roode. So keep your eyes peeled. Again, if you're subbed to this channel, hit that bell icon. Be notified when that video comes up. I'm reading a comment here by Tiffany. Hang in there. Hope all well with you. Hope all well with you also, Tiffany, as well. And that was just that. Like, again, I feel like Bobby Roode, again, Ziggler should be on the pre-show. My honest opinion. After this, we had the New Day and the Usos face-to-face confrontation. Like a face-off, if you will, face-to-face here in the middle of the ring about who's going to win Hell in a Cell. The Usos go in to talk about how since day one, they've had the whole tag team division on lock. And you know what? It got me into it. I'm invested. I'm excited. It's crazy. This is a match that I'll be real about it. I'm looking forward to at Hell in a Cell. The Usos versus the New Day. At first, I really wasn't. Like, I was cool with the idea of them having the match, but not on the Cell. But again, just the history of the New Day and the Usos, I really can't wait to see this match. This match will definitely seal the show. Like, there's no fucking way WWE can fuck up this match. There's no possible way. God forbid, right? But just again, back and forth, them two on the mic, again, just awesome. If anything, I'll put it on the main event or on the co-main event. If anything, when you think about it, right? After this, we had Ty Dillinger and Baron Corbin, a match that was short, and believe it or not, to my surprise, Ty Dillinger got the win with a roll-up on Baron Corbin. Again, you had Ty Dillinger pin your fucking number one contender to the U.S. title, which, by the way, Ty Dillinger will not be in the U.S. title match at Hell in a Cell. Why is beyond fucking me. I think it's kind of insulting in a way, because think about it. Ty Dillinger has been involved in this build-up, in this title picture, in some way, shape, or form, right? It's a shame they're not doing the three-way. This Sunday, it should not be Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles. It should be Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles versus Ty Dillinger for the U.S. title. And fuck, you could have Ty Dillinger eat the pin, but at least you got the fucker doing something. Like, it's crazy when fucking... I don't know. I almost botched it. I almost said it's crazy how Mike Kanell is having something done, but he's not even the fucking pay-per-view either. I botched there, but it is what it is. But then after this, AJ Styles appears on the Titantron talking about how Corbin blew it again and how SmackDown, the house that he's built, and all this and whatnot. Tag match opens the show. Possibly so. I get that too. But if anything, I feel like this Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler should at least open the show, be put in the middle of the card, what have you, just get it over with. But back to this whole back to Ty Dillinger, Baron Corbin. So Styles on Titantron, right? He talks about how how literally Baron Corbin has dropped the ball, blew it once again, just like he blew it at SummerSlam against John Cena. How he wasted an opportunity against the cash in for the briefcase for the Money in the Bank against Jinder Mahal, and how he's gonna waste an opportunity at Hell in a Cell. With the way things are going right now, with what Styles is saying, I'm convinced in some way, shape, or form that Baron Corbin is walking out with the U.S. title at Hell in a Cell. And after this, you move Styles to the main event picture once again on SmackDown. Which, then again, when you think about it, it's kind of fun for me to say that when Styles has been really, in some way, shape, or form, put in that main event spot these past couple of months, whether it's him with Kevin Owens or if not in a big, part of the show, more than Jinder Mahal. And Jinder Mahal is your fucking WWE champion once again. Let that marinate for a minute. But again, I do feel that, and I hate being repetitive with this shit. I know I'm coming off way fucking repetitive, but I feel like, again, it should be a three-way, not a fucking one-on-one match. All right. We get after this Randy Orton versus Aiden English. Apparently before this, there was a promo in the ring with Rusev because apparently Randy Orton ruined Happy Rusev Day. That's what Rusev was calling it, Happy fucking Rusev Day. And how at Hell in a Cell, he's going to make Randy Orton pay. And then Orton comes out, is literally Aiden English, almost a Ty Dillinger. I don't know why. It was Aiden English versus Randy Orton. A short little match. Didn't really go much. And Orton went with an RKO. So there you go with that. And then we get the whole ending, the whole big moment of the show here, the big face-off between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. And it's funny because Shane's in the ring and he tried to literally call out Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens wouldn't show out. He wasn't in the ring with Shane McMahon, so he called Kevin Owens a coward. He knew he was a coward for a long time, and he's going to give Kevin Owens the biggest beatdown of his life. He's going to actually try to humble Kevin Owens here, give him a lesson in humility, and how he's going to beat him for his family, what have you. And then Kevin Owens pops up in the crowd talking about Shane McMahon and have the beating of give him at Hell in a Cell. And Kevin Owens is being called out by Shane to come to the ring, but Kevin wouldn't listen. Kevin walks into the concourse area, the concession stand area, if you will, and then Shane's like, "Hey, listen, if you will come to me, I'll come to you for the fight." So Shane literally leaves the ring. He goes up the stairs through the crowd, goes to the concourse area, tries to find Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens pops up from behind him, right, and attacks him. And they're punching back and forth, and you know Shane can't punch for shit, right? It's funny when they see him punch. It's funny as shit. And Kevin Owens just has his way with him, right? He literally hits the powerbomb on the table where all the merch was and shit. And Kevin Owens goes back to the ring, taunts on the mic, talking a little bit of smack. Shane O'Mac pops up again. Owens can't believe it, but again, Shane O'Mac's already beaten up and tired from all the beating that he got from Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens just had his way with him. Literally hit him with a super kick, a headbutt, and Shane O'Mac he kept coming back up. He kept coming back up until eventually Kevin Owens hit the pop-up powerbomb to lay out Shane O'Mac to close the show. And apparently also, at Hell in a Cell, between Shane O'Mac and Kevin Owens, not only will it be a Hell in a Cell match, but it's going to be a Falls Count Anywhere. So you already know when you hear that, okay, they're going to brawl throughout the entire arena, and most likely there will be something involved with, I gotta believe, with Shane O'Mac jumping from top of the cell. Apparently Kevin Owens like, hey, listen, you're not going to jump off the cell, I'm going to throw you from top of the cell. Can you imagine if they actually did that? I don't think they will. But I'll be honest, like, you think about it, I was there when Shane jumped from the top of the cell on Undertaker WrestleMania 32 in Cowboy Stadium. And that was amazing. That was fucking insane, right? Just imagine if Shane jumps on top of the cell here against Kevin Owens. Just saying here. But that was SmackDown Live. Again, I thought the show was just meh, kind of disappointing in a way. Had some good moments with, again, just the Usos and the New Day and their face-off in the ring. But other than that, the show was just, again, a giant disappointment. It's sad because, again, it's just a fucking go-home show to SmackDown Live. Maybe it's a go-home show to Hell in a Cell. I'm supposed to be excited for the pay-per-view, but I'm really not. But other than that, guys, just so you guys know, this week alone, I'll be doing a prediction video for WWE Hell in a Cell. Sometime between Friday, I'll have it up, ready to go. So make sure, again, you're subbed to this channel, and you watch when that video drops. Read the comments here as well. By Dynasty215, you see the kid that tried to twerk on Shane. It's so Shane can do a spot, and they don't have to carry Shane back to the ring, because that spot should be the finish. And I agree with you on that. That should be the finish of the match, but we'll see. But again, guys, thank you all for tuning into this review. I'll have a Hell in a Cell preview prediction video sometime this week before Friday. I promise you that. I'll have my NXT review tomorrow, or if not, Thursday morning, one or the other. All right, I did a Raw review early this morning with Double Z TV. There was an audio issue from Double Z's part where you guys could hear him, but hear him really, really low. And that's probably more on my part with the mixer. I apologize for that. We'll have it fixed by next week, next Tuesday morning. So you guys have it awesome, ready to go again. Thank you all once again. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Also, a big shout out to the big homie himself at Salrex Gaming for the awesome layout that you see on the screen. If you are a YouTuber or a podcaster out there and you want awesome layouts, awesome graphics, awesome logos done for your YouTube channel, your YouTube videos, your podcasts out there, go hit him up on Twitter at Salrex Gaming. He's done amazing designs, not just for myself, but for OK Fabe, Saul Monster Sounds Off, Joe Cronin from the Joe Cronin Show, and as well as the good, awesome people from Dad Ass Podcast. When is Team Heel? Team Heel Podcast will be probably sometime on Friday, or if not, sometime between most likely Friday. I'll tell you guys what, I'll have the prediction video for Hell in a Cell sometime Thursday. Sometime on Thursday, I'll have the prediction video ready to go. The podcast will be up, I want to say, live this coming Friday over at Mixlr. That's mixlr.com/Team Heel Podcast. You have a link down below in the description as well. All right. And all that fun stuff. Thank you guys once again. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the NXT review, or if not, Thursday morning. Thursday, the prediction video for Hell in a Cell. And with that being said, I am out like Janice Titties, guys. Me some plaus, everyone. Me some plaus. And by the way, Dana Warrior is the ultimate MILF.